Hey, my name is Daniel. I'm a filmmaker, and here's some of my work.
Our country was giving a solution, but they have created another problem. But somebody needs to solve it. By saying fee must fall and free education, they have created a shortage of accommodation for students. But because government cannot solve that, I took it to myself to say, let me be part of the solution and provide this shortage of beds. And that's how I started this journey of student accommodation. My name is Mraro Chitema. I'm from Limpopo. I grew up in Limpopo, in a village called Ngobera. I went to school from grade 1 up to matric there, and then I came to Joburg. That was 1997. And then when I came to Joburg, I was coming to study. That's why I went to Vaal University. But due to some financial challenges, I was only there for 6 months. I had to find private accommodation where I was accommodated by somebody who only gave us a garage. We were 12 of us. I have no extra money to do any other thing that was needed by the school. I needed money for tuition fee, which I didn't have, and didn't have money for textbook. I didn't have money for food. I went straight home, and then I never went back to varsity because I didn't have money even to take my results out. After some few years of struggle, because after I left the varsity, I went to work in a construction company where I worked for 2 full years while I was putting some money together. As I was working, there was a love of property which began from home because I grew up with a father where we were building. And then it happened one day where I saw an article that was showing the shortage of student accommodation. And that mind took me back to Vaal University where I was sleeping in a garage. And that's where I started to think more deeply to say, how can I be part of the solution to resolve this problem in South Africa while I'm making money for my family. That article was talking about the shortage of accommodation, which was caused by the strike of fee must fall. When South Africa gave that permission that now we will have a free education to the tertiary institution, it opened the gates to all the kids who were not able to come to varsity because of lack of finance. But yet they forgot that when those kids came here, they need accommodation. To a point that immediately when they opened that tap, there was no accommodation at all. So when I started working, I saw the opportunity of rental market. So from day one when I bought my house, I used just an appointment letter to buy my first house, where I rent in some of my colleagues. I was working with them. Then I continued like that because I was enjoying the money from the people who were renting for me. It became something that I felt like one day I'll have a property to let. Since I started in 2017, I've managed to buy 2 houses. House number 1, I bought it in June 2017. It has 11 rooms where I'm accommodating 11 students. And then house number 2, bought it in 2018. It is accommodating 9 students. And my vision was every year I'll be buying a house so that I can keep on increasing the number of students. And since then, I've been consistent doing that, even though there was a little bit of delay due to a lockdown. From the day I started property, in my mind, I've always put the 300,000 in my mind, that the mission is not to help one child, but to help as many as I can. And my target is to help at least 3,000 students. So what I have done from there, in 2019, I've begun to study aggressively on property. I've registered several schools, including University of Cape Town, where I was studying property, and I've done a lot of research related to where I can get the funding. And through that knowledge, it empowers me to a point that I end up knowing so many possibilities, and then I've applied my mind to it to a point that within a short period of time, I've managed to accomplish a bigger student accommodation, where I jumped from the 20 beds that I have to now 400 students. We have built 94 two-bedroom apartments. We are going to house about 376 students. It is on the final stage now. The apartment is in a very comfortable living style where we give 2-bedroom with a shower and a toilet and a kitchen with a small dining area. So our main aim is to make students feel at home. I think it is very important for any South African to support my dream, because alone I cannot make it. As I've stated in the beginning, the article indicated about more than 300,000 students who are lacking without good or proper accommodation. Right now, I've completed facilities which make me to be in position to help over 400 students. To me, it's an achievement. It's something that I feel that I have contributed to my country, even though I still need to push forward to see. I want South Africans to join hands and see, let's build South African together. Let's try to help solve all these problems on our own without looking anywhere else.